probably popping up to gush about the sneak peek of a dress earmarked for a big celebrity. Hush hush on the name, darlings, that had been leaked online. Little heart to heart, it was leaked by me. And the dress, though incredible, wasn't the one that would premiere on the red carpet. While the leaked dress was to be adored, the premiere dress was created to be worshipped. I popped my finger over the icon and frowned at the dress that graced the top of the page. It was nice, but it wasn't mine. And if I had a breath, I would have lost it when I read the sightline. New mystery designer debuts a stunner. Color this blogger stunned and positively chartreuse with envy. I was swilling champagne at the super chic and incredibly exclusive Fashion Week sneak peek cocktail couture party and loving every chic piece that strutted by. As you all know, I've been counting the days to see the latest LaShay release from Drop Dead Clothing, the little black fashion label that could, and it didn't disappoint. It was a pretty charcoal gray little number with the perfect tiny tucks and pickups that the elusive designer is known for. The bodice work was impeccable, and the stones inlaid in the filmy chiffon were genius. I was ready to scratch the model's eyes out and snatch that dress right off her when it came into the room. Yes, it. I don't remember who the model was or even what she looked like. The dress was that fetching. First of all, it was short, which is practically unheard of for a sneak peek dress. A debut, no less, but it worked. The color was a soft mossy green, and the stitches were so perfect and fine they looked like they were sewn by fairy hands. My stomach rolled over, and I felt my upper lip roll up into a disgusted snarl. Fairy hands? First of all, fairies are bitches. Don't let Walt Disney fool you. I worked with a clutch of them back in San Francisco, and if you ask them to do the simplest thing, like make a photocopy, which is far easier than laying a perfectly straight whip stitch, I assure you, you got nothing but grief and eventual retaliation from the whole lot of them. And second of all, who created this so-called masterpiece? I scanned the rest of the article, willfully skipping over the stitch-by-stitch narrative of the it dress, just looking for a designer name. There wasn't one. Of course, I had to know who designed such perfection. The model told me it was from a new label called Under the Hem. When I asked who the designer was, she didn't know. I grilled her, Googled it, used all my sources, connections, and weepy doe eyes, and nothing. If anyone knows the mystery designer or proprietor of Under the Hem clothing, please let this blogger know ASAP. It's only fair. Bringing couture to the every woman. XOXO. Fashion fish. I was positively seething. My dress gets shown up by a no-name off-label? Impossible. I Googled the mystery designer, and there were a slew of similar blogger articles. Who was Under the Hem? Mystery designer steals show. Under the Hem and undercover. And as there always is from an event that is very specifically no photography allowed, there was a camera phone snapshot of the dress. It was slightly blurry and shot from the side, but even with the blemishes of the photo, the dress was unarguably stunning. It was skillfully draped, the Dauphine fabric bias cut and sewn perfectly. Mossy green wasn't the right description of the color. It was closer to a deep ocean green, sewn through with slick thread that looked like it was spun gold. Spectacular. I squinted at the model. She was in profile, her features blurred by the lighting. But she looked familiar. I cocked my head to get a better view of the model on my runway. Her name was something weird and exotic like Bathsheba or Honeydew, which made me that much more certain that she was probably an Anne from Nebraska who had parlayed her string bean body and half-dead eyes into a high-paying career stomping down catwalks and staring vacuously into camera lenses. She was the model in the picture. I felt my jaw tighten and squelched down a low growl. 1 minute, please, I said, beckoning the model over. A puff of her perfume reached me before she did.